Hello. How are you guys doing? Good morning, good night. Howdy, howdy. Hello. So, Miss Corvix, to all your places. It's over me. There we go. Demonic voice. I think this is the dragon voice. Maybe. Perhaps. Who knows? I think that that's really alright. My voice when you got here.
It's alright, it's getting better. I'm still coughing, but you know, we survive. Quite a morning indeed. Oh yeah, oh boy. It's been a morning. I won't go into specifics, but it's been a morning. It's been a morning for a certain country in particular. Indeed. But yeah, we are finally at the end. I open the game. Actually, first. Morning, bro. How are you doing? Quite the birthday gift. If it's birthday, happy birthday. Have some bombs, I guess. There you go. Welcome to new members. His birthday is the bomb. I am so sorry. I'm never speaking ever again. Ready for limits and rush limit? No! Looks like Deep Oblivion takes even longer to read while streaming. It's mostly because I've been sick, so you know how I normally will read for like 5-6 hours when Gears Frontline events drop? I haven't been able to do anything like past 3 hours without dying. So it's been taking me forever. You're too good to them? What? For gifted memberships? Haku, yeah, Haku. Haku. Haku, Haku. YouTube gives you 10 free memberships to give out every month. They're free. Now you know. That's why I give out 10 memberships every month. How do you know? I don't know if YouTube tells you, honestly. But I mean, I was already a member by the time they dropped that update, so I got like the email telling me like, now you can do this. And I was like, oh. I'm just a girl. Now you know. I'll send you a screenshot. You click on the little dollar sign on the chat box. Go to membership gifting. And then they should be there. I don't have that anymore because I already sent them, but where are you? But all right. When was this? When did YouTube implement free memberships? That is not giving me the responses I want. Honestly, I don't remember because I'm pretty sure I delete all those emails. Because I mean, even the gifting membership option, it's kind of new. like membership gifting on YouTube is from like 2021, no? 2021, 2022, 2022. February 2024. Okay, yeah, I don't remember for how long I've been doing it. I got members in September 2024. Oh yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, because I said I don't know if YouTube tells you when you're like just doing your thing. And you say I already had memberships, so YouTube was like, hey, you can gift them now if you want. Now you know. Now you know that you can do that. And they still count for like the, you know, emotes, tires, and all that. Yeah, if you go to the gift button from your channel, it should give out the option to give out 5. Because it's 10, but it divides them in 5 and 5. Give me collapse pieces. Let's keep my leveling up Roscan. Gonna do all these before switching onto the game. But yeah, I am not ready for rush limit, mainly because I won't be here. Yippee! Thank you, Mika, for dropping yet another event when I won't be able to stream it. Hello there, Mango Tango. How are you doing? What is the max level for this thing? 60, holy fuck. For the mold, for the flower. I'm just giving everything to Liva, so. Hehe. She's gonna be my strongest. Yeah, I'm gonna be on vacation. So unless they drop it like by the very end of the month, I won't be able to stream it. Have a good vacation. Thank you. I'm leaving like next week, actually, I think. Yeah, oh fuck, I'm leaving next Saturday. Holy shit. Damn. time to log in and watch everything. Real. I always back the night before because I'm lazy. Honestly, same. I mean, not the night before, but usually like maybe 2 days in advance or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna be out for most of January, so don't miss me too much, guys. And I'm gonna be stressed the fuck out about money, but we make do. We'll make do somehow. That how it be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, stuff is really tight on my end, but we'll figure it out, hopefully. Do you remember to take your Odessa Oblast government-approved GR pharmaceutical elite vaccine? Of course! What kind of citizen will I be if I didn't? But anyway, we only have the 5 last notes to read. So let's get on to that. I got to check that vaccine carefully. Real. I pulled up a bell and you said I did. And don't forget also to take your green tea. We'll make it with milk and cheese. Very important. But we only have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 last notes because I said I've been reading at a snail's pace because of this throat. But we'll get there. We're almost there. So yesterday night, like 12 hours ago, we were with Kalina having a great time trying to evacuate people from Odessa, from an island, because everything was fucked. And when things managed to calm down on her end, she was like, I wonder how the girls at the power plant are doing, ? So I assuming that now we will see the misadventures of Liva and Robella at the power plant. Every time I make that in the cafe, shake my head and sigh. We should actually do a run of the minigame to relax. Before jumping into the horrors. Ice, mint, coconut, cafe. Strawberry milk, pistachio mocha. Milk and cheese. Cheese. The pure green tea. I don't know why you come here for that, girl. Cheese. All right. Orange. Coffee. Orange water coffee. Mint water coffee. Ice strawberry milk cream. Water chalky milk nuts. Mint water coffee. That is such a strange combination still. Milk, coffee, ice cream. Milk, cheese. Ice, strawberry, milk cream. Yippee! May 72 again. I will never pass that number, I seem. It seems. Every time I see it, I understand why God doesn't talk to us. How long is this game? Depends what you mean by long, because I mean it's a gacha, so it's ongoing. You know, the story is ongoing. Cheese tea is real, it's okay, not really my thing. I've heard that, but I mean I don't think it's actually just slapping a slice of cheese on top of it, is it? The thought of AK-15 standing alive for tea makes me laugh, yeah. It is pretty relaxing. Cheese tea is usually more like a foam sort of deal, not American rubber slicing. Cream cheese foam. Okay, so then, you know, it shouldn't be so bad. Cream cheese it's goated. But it's just so funny how they use slap a slice of cheese on top. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Melt a brick of cheddar in my coffee. Mmm, delicious. Whenever I play this minigame, I have my eyes locked at top right. Me too. So I don't even know who's ordering. Until they walk away. I want a bacon cheeseburger with blue cheese. Oh, that sounds delicious. I like to put a chili in my coffee. Wait, what? Anyway, let us continue. A game of reason against emotion. Choice. That's the name. We are here at the power plant. Is that the Krollik drink, pepper coffee or something? I don't know, I didn't see Krollik here. I don't remember the spicy coffee is good. Interesting. Gacha or something like that, but I've never managed to understand what it meant. I'm curious. Gacha games are... Gacha comes from the gachapon machines. You know those machines that you put a little coin and spin around and you get a little capsule with a toy? So gacha games comes from that, because basically you roll for characters or weapons depending on the type of gacha. So basically a lot of the characters you see me use during stages, I had to roll for them to be able to get them. So that's why they call gacha. And gacha games tend to be also live service games, which means they're being constantly updated. So, you know, there's always like more new story coming out and new characters coming out, etc, etc. I put cheddar cheese in my hot chocolate. That's not crazy, is it? I will not comment. And we have the dreaded 50-50. Current seal progress at 28%. Cooling system control has been regained. Running at maximum output. We can hold a bit longer. To fully reclaim control, seal progress must exceed 85%. Current progress is slow. What's the status on the isolation gate security decryption in the collapsed particle storage area? It's underway. 2 authorization locks remaining. Overall progress at 57%. All electronic warfare units. The remaining critical nodes are being computed. Sync and update soon. Prioritize the current node. The technician's voice echo across level 2. Looks like the reinforcements ready to help us speed up the cracking process. Robella, clear the redundant data. Robella? Robella, who was supposed to be waiting nearby for instructions, is nowhere to be seen. At the same time, the sound of combat erupts ahead. I know you're in a hurry, but this is exactly when you need to stay calm. Liva sighs helplessly, then also rushes into the fray. Current security node decrypted. Have we located the next one? The computing process is acting up. Another squad has already gone to handle it. We'll sync our progress with you soon. Just a moment longer. Please make it quick. Liva, are all personnel for the current security system decryption teams in position? Let me check. As of now, about 65% of the reinforcements originally assigned to the power plant have arrived. But some of them had to divert to block the back doors you are left behind and regain system control. We will need a little over an hour before our pipeline reaches full capacity. That's too slow. Didn't the SSA say the reinforcement had already departed? To keep the environment stable, Level 2 has switched to local network access. The electronic warfare units need to get within a specific range to participate in operations. The fighting outside is intense, and traffic is heavily restricted, so naturally they're delayed. Odessa has begun turning a blind eye to their problems for years. That kind of lax management let you hide far too many private troops. But Kalin is under enormous pressure too. What happened to your art? You do is finicky, so I watch from Twitch. Alright. They sold bad bags, so hospitals will be overcrowded, forcing the government to hire them to build more hospitals. Regular fell out of a plane completely by accident, and Outliers upper hierarchy are currently arrested for literally blowing up Odessa with illegal combat tools. Yeah. Yeah, he fell out of a plane. It was a really tragic accident. Ignore the gunshot wound that he has on his head. Or chest, I don't know. It doesn't really say where he was shot, but it was only one shot, so I assume it was a headshot. Fell out and landed on a bullet, real. Many Russians are saying this. Very, very tragic, yeah. But yeah, they were basically... I mean, it is a lot, and I don't think it ties up to a single incident. They've had their hands on multiple things. But what this event mostly focuses on, with what it starts with, is with the investigating some vaccines. Because basically, you know, they make vaccines against elite, to protect against elite, for the people like going out or getting into the city. But there's no big regulations around it, so basically anyone can do them. So Yar was making a batch that wasn't good, but it will disguise it as a good vaccine because, you know, it will kind of hide the symptoms until it was too late. And aside from that, Girard has been doing all kind of shady stuff to kind of encroach itself into the Odessa government. So, you know, they basically run everything in the city. So basically the government basically answers to them because, as I say, they basically run everything. It's like you look at the machinery in like construction or like factories and everything is made by Girard. You look at like hospitals, they're run by Girard. Cars, security, everything is run by Girard. And they don't really do like vaccines wasn't really even their main thing because they more focus on like technology and stuff. So it was sus to begin with when they found like, why are they making vaccines? And then they found out that the vaccines were sus and they were selling them in sus ways. Yeah, even the coffee machines are Yar made. So basically they're not politicians, but they basically work like politicians because, you know, they kind of took over the city by simply becoming the main tech company. And now everything is going to hell because they found out about the vaccines and like other sus stuff that's linked to them. And their servers kind of went haywire, so all the droids, all their military technology went haywire, which includes, apparently, a power plant with collapse tanks, collapse radiation being very bad, as we all remember. Imagine like nuclear power plant, but instead of just killing you, it also turns you into zombies. Into mutated beings. If you survive. Even I may fight you hard. How would they build more hospitals with those exactly? He stares into camera. How could this happen? The traffic lights are Gerard made also. Yeah, it was this basically everything. And yeah, they were also into energy, so they have this power plant that now might or might not blow up, so we're trying to make it not blow up, because the plant blowing up will be very, very bad. Gerard is just the name of the company, because it's the last name of the people in charge, the family. And yeah, now all the board members are being investigated and or arrested or chased to be arrested. Rory Girard, who was I think he was like the CEO at the time, if I remember correctly. He tried to run in a plane, got ambushed by D'Arthur, got shot, and then thrown off the plane, in which will probably be described like as a very tragic accident. So yippee! And yeah, they also that's the other thing. They also discovered sometimes some ties to Paradeus, which is like a very, very bad cult in the game. So basically, imagine big tech company that basically has their hands in everywhere. They made it, there's this city. This is the kind of post-apocalyptic. So humanity has recovered from horrors, and there's like a few cities around where they have cleaned the air and everything, and people live. And one of the biggest one is Odessa, and there's Girard is this big tech company that basically runs everything in the city, without actually running anything, because they're not like part of the political power, but they involve themselves in that, as I said, by basically doing all the technology that runs the city. And we, the characters we are following, like the quote-unquote protagonists, you could say, discover that they have like some sus activities, some suspicious links to, as I said, to Paradeus, which is a very bad cult in this story, and expose that. So like now all the members are getting arrested. But in the process of investigating all that, one enemy kind of blew up their servers or something. So like all their machinery, as I said, like, and it's everything. It's like combat droids, security droids, traffic lights, coffee machines, everything went haywire. So now we're trying to stop that. And as I said, that includes the power plant, which we're trying to stop it from exploding. That is basically the setting of this event. This is only this chapter of the story. It's been crazy. It's been a ride. Goddamn. Trying to summarize it, I'm just like, goddamn. Coffee machine, Girard. Illegal armed droid, Girard. Wait, I need to read that. Virgin dolls, Girard. Hotel, Trivago. Paradeus is involved. Shocking news. It's Samsung. It's basically Samsung. And yeah, they were useful to the real bad guys, but now that they're getting discovered, they're being thrown under the bus. Hotel Girard, there might be. Girard got thrown under the bus, a bus made by Girard. But anyway, back to the girls here. Robella taps into the frontline comms from the cross-sea bridge through level 2. Through the crackling interface, Kalina's voice comes through, faint but resolute. Closer to the mic are deafening bursts of gunfire. Bearing, south 35 degrees west. Distance 189 meters. Block those 3 illegal droids. Counselor, look out! We did have a Girard burst out of control, full of children! An explosion drowns out the rest of the transmission. I'm fine. Destroy those droids quickly. The next transport is almost here. Liva cuts the channel, and silence returns to level 2. Look at Khan commanding a frontline. A girl's frontline! Now, she's not really commanding a girl's frontline because she is. But you know we can dream. There even might be a cerveza unit. How do these ill organizations build super deadly and function murder rifles but can't create a working vaccination? Because they're not trying to actually create a working vaccination. The art of the children, that's why they made buses for them. Smile emoji. Exactly. What are you doing? Worrying won't help her. The technicians have already sent over the next node. Let's pick up the pace. Robella takes out the final system defense unit with a clean shot. As the defense unit disintegrates, the decryption on the current node is completed. Nice work. Where's the next node, Liva? Waiting for the technicians to confirm. Reinforcements are arriving, speeding up the process. And since you have increased computational output, our decryption rate is up by 20%. Wait, Robella, where are you going? Roy's locked in, yeah. Can't wait any longer. Robella swiftly scans the map, locks onto an uncracked node, and leaps to it. Eva follows, the two engaging a new set of defense units. All system defense units neutralized. Current node decrypted. Authorization lock released. Requesting reinforcement to proceed with follow-up procedures. Requesting next node coordinates. Right. 1 second. Let me see where the next node is. Hey, you, come help me out. With the original sequence of operations thrown into this array, the technicians' voices grow frantic. Robella becomes even more agitated. We have to move faster. We have 5 nodes left. Just like me in the story. Once we decrypt them, the final lock will open, the isolation gate will disengage, and then... Robella starts forward but is yanked back by Liva. Where do you think you're going? The next node hasn't even been confirmed yet. We don't have time to wait around. There are only 5 left. The sequence barely matters anymore. The gate opens once we're done. Robella tries to pull free, but Liva tightens her grip. Wait for the technicians. Running off now will just ruin their plan. Don't bungle it up with your impatience. How can I not be impatient? You know how bad things are on Kalina's end. We can't delay any longer. We have to help her. Liva, I just ran the calculation. The cooling system is running at maximum output, and the overload window for the engines has been extended. If we can finish decrypting the last log even 30 minutes early, we can hand the rest to the reinforcements. Then we can make our way to the Odessa Bay Bridge. Calm down. You don't fully understand the security system. Even the smallest interference could trigger catastrophic results. My narrow cloud was damaged back in the server room. I mostly recovered, but it still isn't perfectly stable. And besides, all of us working on the logs are at our computational limits. If anything goes wrong, we won't be able to fix it in time. We've already cracked 4 logs. That's 20 nodes in total. I have a pretty good grasp on the structure now. The 5th won't be a problem. And I wasn't wrong before, was I? We succeeded with the last node and lifted the 4th lock. It worked out well once, but that doesn't mean every attempt will succeed. You can't hedge everything on one lucky guess. Robella, you're a doll.
Do I need to spell this out for you? But we can't just stand here and wait for the bridge to fall. For Kalin and all those civilians to be... Next note syncing in 8 minutes 20 seconds. The technician's report cuts into their argument. Robella keeps staring at Liva, her eyes burning with defiance. You heard that, Liva. 8 whole minutes. There's only one lock left. Once it's gone, we can go help Kalin. No. This delay is far longer than the previous one, so something's off. If the decryption fails, the glass particles will spread unchecked. And Kalin, the soldiers, the refugees, and all the innocent people of Odessa will die. Kalin will never want you acting so recklessly. Protecting Odessa, protecting a world that's finally crawled out of war. That's what she's fighting for. When I'm fighting for reference. But she also hopes that someday she won't have to give us orders anymore. She hopes that we can just chat and go shopping together. I don't want that day to come only for her to be gone. Liva, the time we're spending on decrypting the system is bought with people's lives. I don't know how to say this. Maybe to dolls, peace is just a definition, some statistics. But to those living through war, peace is a hope to survive. They wish that their families and friends stay safe. It's because of those so-called selfish wishes that humans can respond to one another, gather together, form armies, and fight. That's what a war really means for them. To weigh those lives rationally, coldly. I can't do that. If the containment tanks explode and the collapsed particles spread, everything's lost. But right now, they are everything. You're wavering too, aren't you, Liva? Otherwise, why can't you even listen to the Frontline channel? If true peace ever comes, but the commander, Kalin, and 404 are already gone, will that peace still mean anything to you? Damn. Why can't you even listen to the Frontline channel? Oh, she clocked her. She clocked her. Liva falters. The missing dot in her narrow cloud feels like a void, heavy and suffocating. The shouts she's been trying to block out in the comms channel, and Kalin's voice among them, are clashing with her sense of logic, which she is so proud of. The cold logic embedded deep within Liva's narrow cloud compelled her to refuse, but her vocal unit failed her. She can't bring herself to speak. Just then, a bright, cheerful voice cuts through the tension. Robella, Liva, I'm finally here. I couldn't reach you for ages. I packed you in as soon as I got into local range. Rock casually dropping emotional atom bombs. Real. You're already in OD-07? Yeah, the UAV was super fast. I even shot down a few flyers on the way. I'm no good at electronic warfare though. Kanye told me to help the security forces with Lena at the front. Give me 10 minutes or so and I'll be at the power plant. What's wrong? Contact Kalin directly. Join the battle at the bridge. Join the battle at the bridge on ramp.
Hey, Shuri. Yeah, I had a chill holidays. Hope you had a happy holidays too.
If she tells you to come here instead, tell her Lina, Robella, and the reinforcements sent by the Oblast government can handle it. Your excess combat strength here. Oh, got it. The ramp's closer anyway. Sopo, before we get there, please keep Kalin and the evacuees safe. That goes without saying. I'll be waiting for you at the bridge.
Sopo costs a link to level 2. Liva turns to Robella. Sopo's voice has helped her regain her usual composure.
You're right, Robella. I'm worried about Kalin too, and it's shaken me. But I still believe that dolls exist, in part, to make up for human flaws. I can't let my fear for Kalin put the power plant on even greater risk. You were modified by Persica. You're her third-gen doll prototype. Maybe you are different from us. We might never reach the same conclusion through different logic circuits. But I know this. None of us wants to see more death. The war that has devoured so many lives still burns clearly in our memories. Now, Kalin and the evacuees have Sopo protecting them. She's better suited to handle that front than we are. So I'm asking you to adjust your logic circuit for now. Work with me. Follow orders. Keep helping the technicians unlock the final seal. Once the gate is open, or once we fully regain control of the power plant, we'll go together to help Kalin. Alright? The technicians relay the data for the next node to be breached. Liva enlarges the projection before them. According to the coordinates, the node lies just a short distance ahead. Data continues to flow steadily within level 2. Robella slowly nods. 45 being emotionally vulnerable? What is this, deep dive? Man, that was great. That was such a great exchange. Serendipity. What an interesting and elegant word. Honestly, yeah. Okay. We're going solo Liva and Robella here. To be canon compliant. Where's Robella? Where are you? That was great stuff. It just really reminded me of the great speeches that we usually read in Frontline 1. Oh, these guys move so slowly. How do those machines do anything with how slow they move?
Oh yeah. Easy game, easy life. There's more coming? Ah, there they are. The Minecraft roads are not intimidating. Yeah, I'm like, how are those supposed to be patrollers? This was a fun stage on heroic mode. I can imagine. Me playing in normal. I'll just... It is free, yeah, because gachas are free because you usually spend money on the gacha itself. you can still roll for free, but that requires saving currency in game. The clash of emotionally advanced Thirgent Raw and cold calculated Oligliva was great. Yeah, that was amazing. Choice 2. A clash of sentimentality and reality. Are we gonna get more life-changing lines? Let's see. It is very free-to-play friendly, depending on how much you wanna roll. Just have to skip weapons. You say that, but I have all my girls with their weapons. For free. I have not rolled that much though. I'm kind of selective with who I roll for. I would like to see the animations up close because I'm pretty sure she does Kamen Rider animations. Like Kamen Rider hand movements, which is peak. Sleeps. It's free to play friendly as long as you're actively doing your dailies. As always, it's a use lose you lose kind of situation, but even then they give out a lot of login rewards. I mean, yeah, just look at me. I barely do dailies and I still got in everyone I want. But then again, I do roll very selectively. Really. And I did get insane luck with Liva and Lena. So there's that. Streamer luck. That was my most realist streamer luck moment ever in my life. Move faster, goddammit! How do you use Liva's ult, by the way? I need to have max thing, okay. I just feel like usually ults charge very fast, but I never got into use Liva. Is it because she uses the whole bar? Is there any other character that uses like the whole bar for their ults? You gotta run Liva and electric team for her ult mostly. Ah. Lana! More story, let's go. We're almost at the end. Where are these? It is so funny to me that the derivation for the stories is BS. A special guest, not one step back. Double exclamation point. Okay. Thank you for subscribing, Night Moon, if you're watching. The battle rages on. With top of support, the threat posed by the mechanical units that had broken through the defenses near the on-ramp is now significantly reduced. Operation Shyster, a campaign instigated to suppress an insurgency caused by the UR group, finally approaches its end. At this moment, several troop carriers, escorted by a military jeep, reach the sea bridge. A member of the refugee escort unit rushes to Kalina at the mid-bridge supply point. Counselor, aside from the missing personnel, the final group of evacuees have safely arrived at the on-ramp. Good work. Quickly, count heads and assign escorts. Provide supplies for the critically wounded, and make sure this group of refugees crosses the Odessa Bay Bridge safely. Here on Liva with Lena, so after 2 teleporting support attacks from Liva during Lena's turn, it changes the ult enough. Ah! Kalina exhales slightly in relief and looks up towards Sopo, standing not far away. Sopo has planted herself in the middle of the road, constantly on guard against any mechanical unit that might break through the blockade. Around 50 meters ahead of her lie the wreckages of over a dozen destroyed illegal automatons. They seem to have slammed into an invisible wall and can no longer advance a single inch toward the Odessa Bay Bridge. Sopo, watch for aerial units. Hang in there for just a little longer. No probs. These droids were barely enough for warming up, so don't worry. The troop carriers roll past Sopo and halt at the temporary supply point for a quicker supply. The accompanying military jeep stops beside Kalina. Major Fedja steps out, his usually a steady gait replaced with a bit of a limp. His left arm and leg are clearly injured. The bandages wrapped around them are soaked with blood and dirt. Similar traces of battle also mark his once fair face. Refusing the help of his subordinates, he walks up to Kalina and salutes solemnly. Counselor Kalina. Major Fedja, I'm relieved to see you return safely. Thank you, ma'am. I just received word that the electronic warfare units have successfully entered the area containing the new energy generators.
The generators have been shut down. Soon, the technicians will regain full system control of the power plant. The crisis at the Exilium power plant is effectively contained. That's wonderful news. Thank you and your subordinates for your support of the Odessa Oblast during this operation. You're too kind. A collapsed particle leak is something none of us wishes to see. Counselor Kalina, you probably heard through the comms earlier. Though the Battle of ODE-07 isn't over yet, the situation is finally stabilizing. Reinforcements from Odessa have arrived and joined several urban combat zones. The regional forces are being rotated to the rear for rest. Please come with us back to Odessa. A new combat command will take over this sector. My duty is to ensure every evacuee reaches safety. ODE-07 still has missing personnel. Until their whereabouts are confirmed, my unit's mission is not complete. Besides, the handover will take time, and I know the situation in this area better. Until the handover is complete, I'll remain here with part of the forces to continue searching for the missing and intercept any illegal automatons that slip through the front. But seeing that Fedge is about to argue, Kalina smiles faintly. Don't worry, Major. My subordinates can protect me. Besides, Liv and the others must already be on their way. I want to wait for them. Beep beep. Kalina's communicator rings. I just picked up their signal. Based on their transmitted coordinates, they'll be here very soon. It looked like the last transport convoy's resupply is almost complete. Major, you'd better leave with them. Your wounds should be seen too soon. Kalina glances at the blood sipping slowly through his bandages. Counselor Kalina, allow me to thank you again for non-fuss and your support during this period. I'm sorry for before. Kalina shakes her head kindly, cutting him off. Everything we've done is for Odessa's peace. You, Major, and us alike. Understood. Please take care. Fedge is not a bad guy who just trusted the wrong people. Exactly. If I've only known Fedja for one event, but if something were to happen to him, I'll nuke the urn, send them myself. Real! You're so real. Same with Pavel. We technically know him for 2 events now since he shows up in Lena's, which should have been after this, but you know. Let's pretend that we met him here and not during Lena's event. He really gets to shine more here. Honestly. He's the GOAT. The last convoy of evacuees begins to move again. 10 minutes later, Kalina watches the convoy's position on the map and gradually relaxes. The vehicles are nearing the middle of the bridge. Reports from the Frontline communication channels also bring good news. The missing personnel are being located one by one. We have 2 very basic cargoes named Pavel. Oh yeah, I remember Longitudinal Strain. You guys, the ones that don't play, you will meet Gisran 1 Pavel at some point, and you will see that he is also based when I get to read the event on a stream. That's wonderful. Alarm? Oh no, what's happening? Suddenly, a shout and burst of static erupt from the comms, followed by multiple deafening explosions across several channels. Before Kalina's eyes, a military helicopter hovering about a kilometer from the on-ramp burst into flames. What's happening? The fire devours the aircraft in seconds. The bright fireball, trailed by black smoke, crashes to the ground like a low-falling meteor of destruction. At the same time, thick black smoke rises from multiple explosions across ODE-07. The Frontline comms channel descend instantly into chaos. This is Combat Team 3. We're under attack. Illegal automatons are grouping up. Same here. There's something else. Some kind of a special unit. Oh no. With the screech of static and screams, multiple explosions rock ODE-07 again. The newly arrived forces are caught completely off guard. Gunfire, once sporadic, now reignites from all directions. The battle that has seemed to calm suddenly flares up with renewed fury. Ahead of Kalina, not far from the on-ramp, pillars of fire reveal the silhouettes of more illegal automatons.
Kalina, things are going south. Fall back.
Reacting instantly, Supo fires rapidly, taking down 2 illegal automatons that have slipped through the line. All evacuation units, prepare for combat. Communications officers, tell the bridge convoy to accelerate. Sopo, check the on-ramp and find out what's going on.
Got it. Kalina, stay safe. Find cover and don't come out, no matter what.
Without looking back, Sopo dashes toward the on-ramp. The previously relaxed evacuation forces regroup quickly under Kalina's orders and fortify their positions. Sopo, sit rep.
There's a ton of illegal droids pouring out of nowhere, all heading for the breach. I don't even know where they came from. And there's a super strong one mixed in. Way tougher than anything we've fought before. Hang on. This one...
The transmission cuts off. Sopo's voice vanishes. The channel falls silent. Counselor Kalina, please board the vehicle and head for Odessa immediately. We'll handle it from here. Kalina doesn't answer. Her gaze locks onto the gunfire flashing in the distant darkness. Counselor, there's no time. You're not a combat specialist. Staying here is far too dangerous. You have no idea what Kalina has been through. The comms reconnect. Sopo's voice returns.
Kalina, sorry, the signal cut out. Oh, that's not the point. I think the super strong unit is commanding the illegal automatons. Their coordination is way sharper under her lead. Their elite forces haven't arrived yet, and we're barely holding out. And this doll looks like Grossa.
It's the Grossa clone. What did you say? Grossa? But Grossa's aboard the Elmo.
I don't get it either. I'm still a few hundred meters from the firefight, but by the firelight, I swear she looks identical to Grossa. Well, not completely identical, but definitely stronger. I don't know what she's loaded with, but she just tortured one of us SSA's heavy mechs like it's nothing.
What? Did you say a heavy mech? Sopo's words leave Kalina stunned. About a year ago, on a visit to the Odessa Oblast for another assignment, she first made contact with the former chief. During that time, under the escort of Oblast government officials, she toured the soon-to-be-deployed automatons of Odessa, including the heavy combat mechs now assigned to the Special Security Administration. Even after years spent working alongside intricately built T-dolls, She deeply admired Odessa's engineering standards. Kalina cannot imagine what kind of combat unit could destroy those formidable mechs so effortlessly. But inferno's ahead, and the voices crackling through the comms tell her that Sopo isn't exaggerating. Panic, despair, and a primal fear wash over her. She takes 2 deep breaths. The salty tang of sea air and the acrid scent of smoke mingle, grounding her once more in cold clarity. Then she makes her decision. Sopo, stay where you are and assist on the front line. Buy as much time as you can.
Leave that to me. I'll do that even if you didn't ask. I don't care if it's gross or whatever. It's a new toy I haven't taken apart yet. It's perfect.
Kalina checks the position of the evacuation convoy on the map once more. She picks up her communicator. Major Fetja, this is Kalina. ODE-07. The situation has changed. I am aware. I'm already driving back. Please head across the Odessa Bay Bridge immediately and leave ODE-07. I'll take over command of the evacuation and escort. We'll buy you and the convoy the time you need. No, Major. Please turn around at once and head for Odessa. That's out of the question. Protecting the people of Odessa and Odessa Oblast is the work of the Special Security Administration. My subordinates and I won't desert our posts. No, I'm not asking you to flee. A high lethality tactical dog has appeared among the enemy. The battle is deadlocked. Our current defensive line will not be able to intercept every hostile unit. The fact that this unit appears at this exact moment makes their goal quite obvious. The battle is tilting in our favor, so they want to unleash one last wave of chaos. Their target is the evacuation convoy. You and your subordinates must stay with the transports and protect the evacuees on board. In addition to that, there is one more matter. Please contact Mr. Zimmerman immediately. I need you, an SSA major, and an Oblast Parliament member to report something directly to the Odessa Oblast government. Given the consequences this may trigger, I cannot handle it with my authority alone. But as a senior counselor of the Non-Military Force Administration, I must remain here. I don't quite understand what you mean. Kalina moves behind cover, looks toward the far end of the Odessa Bay Bridge, and speaks softly. This is too risky. One misstep and you... I know. But Major, surely you also understand this is the method most likely to ensure the success of our mission. Please convey my intent to Mr. Zimmerman. Tell him to fulfill my request by any means available. Everything is for the peace of the Odessa Oblast and for everyone's safety. A moment later, Fedja's voice returns. Miss Kalina, once again, thank you, and thank the Non-Military Force Administration for everything you've done for the Odessa Oblast. I will do everything I can. Thank you. Please stay safe on the way. The transmission ends. Kalina checks the coordinates previously sent by Liva and the others. Then she steps out of cover and picks up a nearby loudspeaker. All evacuation escort units, hold the bridge entrance. No one retreats without orders. Yes, ma'am. The rain continues to pour. Explosions thunder along the front line. Yet something that the game won't let me read. Damn! That was amazing. What is she planning though, I wonder? Alright, we're almost done, guys. Are we ready? Ongoing storm. The doll in black vanishes into an even blacker night. Woo, new icon! Neural resonance. At that moment, the line between human and doll is blurred. Peak. In just 3 minutes, the illegal forces led by Grossa compress the distance between the front line and the rear dramatically. Reline. Fall back 100 meters. Build cover faster. Support the front line. Fortify the line. Kalina issues commands methodically, checking the convoy's location on her terminal from time to time. On the map interface are 2 markers. One showing the firefight near the on-ramp, one showing the convoy. The distance between the 2 points continues to widen. Hurry. Just a little faster. Suddenly, an alarm sounds on the frontline channel. Damn, she broke through. Reline, heads up! A high lethality doll is leading 3 automatons towards you at high speed. Copy. Suppo, pull back and mount the defense immediately. Rear line, prepare for combat.
On my way.
A few short minutes later, Kalina spots a fast-moving black silhouette. 3 accompanying aerial automatons fire non-stop toward the rear line. Suppo dodges wildly while returning fire. She's enjoying herself. She's having a great time.
Run. Keep running.
Unfortunately, I can't do laughs, so... Luckily, this event is voiced. So you heard her laugh. It actually is Grossa's voice also, damn. Breaking through Odessa Bay Bridge, final defense in approximately 10 minutes.
I'm catching up to you.
You did a great job with Emma's laugh in the past, so thank you. Yeah, I have throat debuff. I love doing crazy laughs, they're so fun. But I can't right now, or I will die. Probably. Oh yeah, here we go.
Once I get my hands on you, I'm going to take those legs apart piece by piece by piece, leaving not a single screw.
Suppo's accelerated voice comes through. Kalina and the rear defenders brace themselves. All evacuation units, intercept the high lethality doll at all costs. And with that, the doll enters firing range. The defenders engage her in combat. Under the shadowy doll's overwhelming pressure, the rear line is forced back again and again. More illegal automatons break through the frontline barriers. Although they are intercepted eventually, the defenders pay dearly for it. Kalina drags a wounded, fading soldier back behind cover. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. But as soon as she gets him behind cover, she realizes he's already gone. Suppo crashes hard against the cover in front of Kalina. She has suffered multiple gunshots and massive frame damage, with mechanical fluids pouring out of her wounds.
Not bad. Keep coming.
Suppo glares at the approaching doll. She uses the cover as leverage and forces herself upright. I really like that sound. Thank you for subscribing, Rossam, if you're watching. Thank you. With a flash of sparks, Suppo's leg joint collapses. She slams to the ground again. The last defender on the rear line falls. However, the frontline battle hasn't ceased. Illegal armed units are still pressing to break through.
coming!
Sopo keeps firing, but her arm is hit and her weapon falls away. The shadowy doll steps out from the darkness. Oh, it's the four arms orange duty doll, I see. Stop struggling. Okay, well, she has like a frame on her that is like the extra arms, kind of like an armor. I still hot though. Revenge just grows a real. Familiar doll with orange accent, one eye patch on the enemy side. Enemy side, close enough. Welcome back, M16. That grosses the rating to leave us, big boss. I see it now. Thank you for the hydrate. She kinda cool though, yeah. I'm like, Hello, ma'am. Are you free tomorrow, perhaps? Also, this was the peak. Stop struggling. 4 barks out of 5, valid.
I'm perfectly fine, don't you worry.
As Sopo continues to goad the enemy, she taps rhythmically on the cover with her finger to send Kalina a coded message.
I'll stall her. Run.
Kalina understands her intent, but shakes her head. I won't abandon you. Kalina picks up a rifle, steps out from behind cover, and stands firmly before Sopo. The doll before her has Grosa's face, but her eyes are utterly empty. The black-clad doll does not answer. She raises her weapon. The bullet grazes the bond tied behind Kalina's head. The sound of death does not make her flinch. Her hair spills loose, whipping in the wind and rain, just like back in Griffin. You are not Grosa. This time the bullet grazes Kalina's arm. Blood spills down, soaking her old wounds. Move. Who are you? The black-clad doll gives no reply. Seeing Kalina's face seems to make her hesitate slightly. Her pace slows, but she still advances with cold, oppressive intent. They should have made that a CG at least, yeah. I was gonna say this would have probably been... Had they had the time, I feel like this entire scene would have probably been animated. But I'm like, at least... You had to have at least made that a CG, you know, Kalina standing with a gun in front of Sopo with her hair whipping in the rain. And not Grosa standing before her. That would have been an epic CG. Come on, Mika! See you funding for next major event. Yeah. Because I'm like, you know, like, yeah, we haven't seen animations in a while, but I know they've been going through it. And they're very descriptive, usually, in text, so, you know, I'll take it for now. But come on, you can't just describe that and not make it a CG.
There haven't even been that many CGs in this event either. I feel like in the second half there has been like very little. We haven't gotten any since like the Pavel bus school bus chase thingy. The doll darted aside lightly. Bullets steered into the ground she just stepped over.
My shooting has improved a lot over these last few years. I could even give the commander a run for her money.
I love how she marked like commander. Curious. Kalina fires continuously, blocking the doll's advance. As her magazine empties, she tries to reload while the doll ducks behind cover. But the doll suddenly accelerates, closing the distance in a blink and kicking her rifle away. Kalina falls to the ground. Even if it was just result from target practice. The black-clad doll pays her no more attention and moves past the cover. Kalina crawls toward the fallen rifle. I won't let you catch up to the convoy. Unless
you become one of us.
Lena drops from above. The black-clad doll blocks the attack instinctively. Lena's boot slams heavily against her arm. Having failed to take out the enemy in one strike, Lena flips back, landing steadily a few meters away. Liva and Robella jump down from a UAV at the same time. Can someone remind me what UAV meant? Armor... something armor vehicle. What's a U for? Unmanned aerial vehicle. Drone. Okay. Thank you.
Sorry we're late, Colin.
you're not late. You're right on time.
The black-clad doll rushes Lena immediately, and Lena meets her.
Picking on calling us Sopo. I don't care if you're an old friend. That's a no-no. Liva, get Colin to safety first. This one's mine.
Okay, give me 5 minutes.
Liva picks Kalina up and sprints away.
We'll handle it from here, Colin. Put me behind a nearby cover. That Grossa is incredibly strong. Hurry and go support Lena and Robella.
On the other side, Robella anxiously scans her surroundings, spots Sopo collapse beside a piece of cover, and runs over. Sopo can just about peel her limp hand off the ground and flash a V sign. Never change, Sopo.
I'm fine. Totally okay.
Seeing the severely damaged Sopo and the badly injured Kalina, Robella bites her lip and tightens her grip on her gun.
I don't care whether you're gross or whatever. You're not getting out of here today.
Meanwhile, following Kalina's orders, Liva hides her behind a piece of nearby cover.
You're hurt. Stay here and here. Don't run around anymore. I'm fine. Now listen. Leave the illegal automatons to the other combat personnel. You prioritize that doll. Okay, be careful yourself.
Liva returns to the battlefield. Kalina turns on her terminal. On the screen is a structural diagram of the Odessa Bay Bridge that Mayor Fedja has sent her. Kalina performs a quick set of operations, placing the bridge diagram beside the map interface,
Then synchronizing the real-time combat positions of the dolls into a structural diagram. Those same positions are synced to Fetch's terminal. The message, not yet a safe distance. Oh, that was a stage intro of all time. Music. That was a very nice bridge shot. Okay, let's bring Lena here. Look at the falling water. I mean, the falling raindrop. Look at the water underneath. Sorry, I'm appreciating. Oh, it is a long ass bridge. And it kind of goes all around. Oh, this is so good. Damn, okay. You didn't have to go that hard. And we get the Maki event music. They truly cook with this song and they're just been reusing it. And I'm like, you know what? Fair. It is an absolute banger. Oh, there I see you shining. Why they have like Victor's bike used there? Like, sure, I guess. Can we take a closer look at you? I really like looking at the enemy sprites. I feel like she's full Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I haven't even played the game yet, but like I look at her and I'm like, yes. I could run into her in a Metal Gear game and I would be like, yeah, this seems fitting. But yeah, sorry, I'm still losing it at how pretty the stage is. Like with the scene in the background. Wonderful. You know, someone who can jump across obstacles. Can Lena do it? She absolutely can. Maybe.
Let's not kill the boss yet. Access permission. And now the bike is no longer shining. It's so funny though because it's just there. It's like, oh, okay, I see. Anyway, now time to get back to the action, I guess. Easy. This song is so good. How it's called One Hit Kill, no? I think. It's so good. The gunfight continues. Lena ducks behind cover to reload. Liva and Robella lay down suppressive fire.
Levi, why is this thing so strong? Who knows? But at least we can be certain this is not the kind of combat power that the real Grossa could have. Sopo's assault plus the three of us attacking together. And all we've done is disable some of her long-range models. At least that keeps Kalin safer.
Ever since they first engaged Grossa, Kalina has been methodically directing the dolls, constantly adjusting their positions, all while relocating herself to the immobilized Sopo's side. Under her orders, the three dolls gradually form an encirclement around Grossa. After that, Kalina gives no further tactical commands, only ordering them to hold the line and pin Grossa down. Liva roughly estimates the size of their combat area and is starting to have an inkling about what Kalina is planning. She glances toward Kalina, who is hiding behind a piece of cover further back.
Is Kalin okay? Did she pass out? If you don't hurry up and finish reloading that magazine, that Miss Grossa in black is going to blow me to pieces, you know?
Lena pops back out from cover and resumes suppressive fire on the black-clad doll. Oliva uses the chance to shift position with Lena, taking a spot closer to Kalina. The doll's attack is fierce, but the enemy does not falter, exploiting every chance to break the formation. To dodge the black-clad doll's fire, Robella rolls behind cover. Just as she's about to retaliate, she sees a small grenade tossed straight toward her.
Chin back. Down.
Everyone pulls out with the blast radius just in time.
Attention, all units.
At last, Kalina's voice returns to the comp channel.
In 1 minute, reach the edge of the bridge closest to you. The edge? Looks like we can finally settle this.
Settle?
Yep. Kalin, Sopo, I'll come get you in a moment, so hold tight, okay? Hey?
There's no keeping anything from you, is there?
Liva, lock down the enemy unit. Don't let her escape the encirclement. We only get one chance. We must not fail. What?
Lena doesn't even get to finish her question before a massive noise erupts in the sky behind them.
Lena, Robella, cover me. Don't let her get away.
The dolls spring instantly into action. Leva rushes to Kalina and Sopo's position and lifts both of them in her arms. Realizing something is wrong, the black-clad doll immediately turns and sprints toward the gap in the circlement. Don't even think about it. Bullets strike her before she can defend. Her lower leg is damaged and she falls.
Everyone, jump.
Leva's voice disappears beneath the roar of falling shells. The dolls leap off the edge of the bridge.
Defense mode activated. Maximum output.
A few seconds later, dense bombardment rains down on the Odessa Bay Bridge. Explosions and shockwaves swallow everything. The bridge cables shake violently. Under the bombardment and the storm, one outer cable and one inner cable on the pylon snap. The cross ties are damaged. The deck rocks hard. Fortunately, the bridge does not collapse. Only cracks from along the edge, scattering debris into the sea. A little over 10 minutes later, the thick smoke is stained by rain and waves. Uneven footsteps echo through the mist. The light of a force field flickers and fades. Grosa's silhouette emerges from the haze. The black-clad doll staggers toward the edge of the bridge and looks down at the churning water. The comm device at her ear crackles. She adjusts its angle, trying to hear more clearly.
Automaton losses exceed 78%. Widespread structural damage has occurred across the Odessa Oblast. Combat objective completed.
On the other end, a voice seems to have asked a question.
No. Nova combat units lost.
The voice asks another question.
Current frame damage at approximately 30%. Long range modules offline. Command signal transmitted at risk of shorting. Query. Should pursuit continue?
A command comes through the comms device.
Grossa complies.
Ah, so she is called Gross after all. The storm continues. The black-clad doll vanishes, and even to an even darker night, I think it says. There's gonna be a CG equal to the one where the mine filled with natural gas explodes in a Philion rip. Yeah. I feel like they really had to lock in on the writing and like the stages and stuff at one point, and they just didn't have any more time to make CGs, because I'm just like, how come we haven't seen any CGs since the school bus? like what? It's so weird. But we go onto the last story node. Kind. Danger fucking close artillery in her own position is such a badass move. Yeah. I wonder if this girl is a modified dummy of the real one picked up from Griffin. You know, that's what I've been wondering since she showed up. Because I'm like, I mean, maybe we'll see a little more hints on the upcoming node, we'll see. But I'm like, because, you know, the Grossa we picked up, like the Grossa commander picked up, doesn't have any of her memories from Griffin. And they just kind of found her lying somewhere in the yellow zone, which I find very suspicious, and it's something that hasn't been picked back up on yet. But it is said that they first is like, yeah, they say that they found Grossa just lying somewhere in the yellow zone,
And she has no memories of Griffin. And also, there's also that Grossa did, quote-unquote, die in a battle against Arthur at the beginning of the game. And there is a frame of Arthur standing over, like, her frame. But the thing I'm going for is that this Grossa, she hesitated against shooting Kalina. Like, she had so many chances, but she did not fire a single lethal shot against her. She also didn't completely destroy Sopo, she just immobilized her. And we have all the thing also when Grossa being... When we got our Grossa on our end activated again, she's been having some weird episodes, I guess you could call them. Yeah, I had that weird dream about killing the commander, which is a really strange because dolls don't really dream. But I'm like, because we don't know still what happened to her memories. Unless they have access to her neural cloud backup from Griffin. Because we don't really know what happened to that. Was it ever told in Frontline 1 whether Grossa was a civilian double for Griffin or she was military from the start? If I remember correctly, she was always military. Because the Grossa we found, I don't remember this, but the Grossa we found, I think she remembered the commander? She just doesn't remember anything else from Griffin. She has no memories from Griffin. Which makes it funny that, you know, apparently this Grossa, if we go with the idea that it's the frame that they picked up from her battle with Arthur, she seems to have memories from Griffin, maybe, mayhaps. Yeah, Grossa was a elite doll. Did someone give memberships? I didn't get the notification of who gave membership. Holy fuck, 50 memberships! Thank you so much! What? Thank you so much, Seba. Seba Mise. Holy fuck, thanks. Thank you. That came out of nowhere. She must be a sleeper agent waiting for an active code? Maybe. Thank you so much. That was very out of nowhere. Welcome all new members. Yeah, say thank you to Seba for the memberships. Goddamn. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Is Seba from a state sec? Yo, who the fuck is Kururu000? Stealing my fucking name. Welcome. 50, like, goddamn. Thank you so much. Again, I really appreciate it. It is really needed for me at this point of time, so thank you. Thank you so much again. If she's a sleeper agent, a lot of the new players that jump in on Gear Frontline 2 are not going to be happy. You know, they will just have to deal with it. like all the betrayals we have dealt with. Veterans. Oh no, betrayal. Sips coffee. Oh no, not this shit again. I don't know if she's a sleeper agent, but I'm like, maybe they pick up her frame. And you know, at one point, maybe when she was being activated again, there was kind of like, I don't know how to describe it other than cross-contamination. I don't know if you get the idea I'm going for. You know, with both narrow clouds being sort of activated at the same time. They need to learn too. Thank you, Seba, for all the membership. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Goodbye, Santa. So he is a state agent. Consciousness forks? Yeah, could be something like that. I guess we'll see. Am I ready? No, I'm never ready for suffering, but you know, Kiss Frontline always drops it on me, so I'm used to it. Let's see if we get any more clues or hints from this last node. To an era of peace. I hope I can hum the lullaby for longer. The Odessa Bay Bridge defense operation is a success. The unrest caused by the Ural group has been fully contained, and Operation Shyster is effectively complete. The Oblast government will deploy rescue forces throughout the region to assist with residents' evacuation and urban reconstruction. Residents in emergency situations should immediately contact the rescue channels listed as follows. Hey, Yua! You're just in time for the last node. I hope you can sleep soon, though. With the battle over, Robella escorts Sopo to 16 Lab for emergency repair. Kalina, who fell into the water, suffers no major injuries thanks to the doll's protection. After a basic check and some bandaging, Liva and Lena escort her back to the hotel. Kalina washes the blood from her hair and face, then steps out of the bathroom. Liva switches off the TV. You really didn't have to escort me back. You should have just gone with Sopo and Robella for maintenance. Before the handover team led by the director arrives in Odessa, you still need someone by your side. Alright, come here. Liva stands in front of the dressing table and waves Kalina over. I can do this myself. Our great hero who blew up the bridge, protected the evacuation convoy, and turned the tide of OD-07. The esteemed Counselor Kalina looks down on my services now? Faced with Liva's teasing, Kalina shakes her head with a weary smile and sits down. Liva picks up a hairbrush and glides its bristles softly along Kalina's long hair. Are you angry? Oh, this is where this is from. Oh, this is such an adorable CG. I love it so much. Let me save it for posterity because it's beautiful and I love it. Kalina's a Chad, she is. Are you angry? How would I dare?
Ask Lena if you don't believe me.
And 45 looks so soft. Her expression is so soft. Like my punished wife.
The angriest one was definitely Robella. The memory of how a dripping wet Robella pounced at us the moment we got to shore still makes me chuckle. Are you all trying to die?
Lena does an exaggerated impression of Robella's roar.
I'm surprised you found it funny, Liva. Robella grabbed you by the collar and yanked you right up. If I hadn't stopped her, she definitely would have thrown you straight back into the sea. She totally flipped out.
I mean, Liva rage baits Kluke all the time. She probably finds those kind of reactions very amusing. Yes, a bit hard to read. I mean, I'm good enough with the black lines, since it's not super bright white. But I'm like, they definitely could do it better. Lena shivers at the memory.
But honestly, Robella took the words right out of my mouth. Liva, Kalina, next time you plan to do something that drastic, at least give us a heads up. In fact, you two are not allowed to be part of any plans that involve gambling with your lives. Kalin, you're human. And Liva, your neurocloud is... My neurocloud? You're still worried about the damage I took before? I already told you I'm fine. The only one you need to worry about is Kalin.
I'm still worried about that quote-unquote damage to her neurocloud. Lena stiffens again. She glances furtively at Kalina, then abruptly changes the subject.
Mayor Fetja could have been a bit more thoughtful too. Sure, he's injured, but he slipped back to Odessa the moment he handed over command, and didn't even bother to come back and help Kalin.
Thank you for the hydrate. Let me actually go get some water before I continue reading this. It will probably be long. It will probably be a long read, so... Water. Water acquired.
Mayor Fetja could have been a bit more thoughtful too. Sure, he's injured, but he slipped back to Odessa the moment he handed over command, and didn't even bother to come back and help Kalin. Also, Kalin, why did you even stay in OD 07? You could have handed that task to the local operations commander. If you told us in advance, we could have coordinated with them about positioning. If things had gone as smoothly as you imagined, it would have been easy. Remember why the Oblast government sealed off the bridge earlier?
There are structural weak points on the Odessa Bay Bridge. Shelling could cause the bridge to collapse. To strike growth on the bridge, we had to calculate angles and control the attack range. Even then, there's still a real chance we'd damage the bridge. Load-bearing structure and cause a full collapse. The bridge was built during the Oblast's major development era. It cost a fortune and carries commemorative meaning. If it collapsed, reconstructing it would be hugely expensive for the Oblast government. But not rebuilding it will hinder the Oblast development. And with all the recent unrest, the government will probably be hesitant.
You mean you were worried the Oblast government will refuse to attack? But weren't they scared that... let's just call her Grossa for now. Weren't they scared that Grossa will lead the illegal automatons straight across?
More precisely, I was worried the government will refuse to set the attack point on the bridge. The artillery on the fixed quarantine wall can cover the entire route from Odessa to the on-ramp leading to the bridge. The government could simply wait until the Dole and the illegal forces cross over, then bomb them. But our defensive line could never halt until the evac convoy cleared the bridge and reached the shelter. Even if we gave everything, all we could do was ensure the convoy had retreated to a relatively safe area to minimize the possibility of them getting caught in the blast. The fixed cannons must strike the enemy while they were on the bridge, and the firing time must be controlled by me. And so, our heroic counselor Kalena used herself as the leverage to force the Odessa government to cooperate, staking herself at the OD-07 end of the bridge. Ooh. Kalena hears the barb in Liva's tone and pats her hand with a bitter smile. It wasn't me this time. I shouldn't have acted on my own. Oh, really? I think Mayor Fetty understood perfectly. The Odessa Oblast was on fire everywhere, and OD-07 had it even worse. Every battle zone was overwhelmed. And the two of you, one, a senior counselor from the non-military forces administration, holding a defensive line amidst the chaos. The other, a major of the Special Security Administration, fleeing in a hurry through shellfire with his troops. If the Oblast government had refused your demand, you would have died on that bridge. Then the government would have no way to answer to Namfa. Both the central government and the public will demand accountability.
Oh, she was playing mind games, I see.
Actually, the culprits behind this insurgency, Rorik and the Girard group, are themselves a native faction not appointed by the URNC. The Girard group was even applying for administrative rights over Odessa and surrounding areas. Given that, the Odessa government would already have trouble explaining things to the central government. If Namfa also turned against them at this moment, the situation would be disastrous. In the long term, the Oblast development would also be impacted. So you do understand the logic. Then don't stay mad. I understand. But Kalin, don't forget, The only reason that the evacuees were safe, that the bridge stayed intact, that we were able to sit here and talk, is all because we were lucky enough. If the Oblast government hadn't cooperated, if we hadn't arrived in time, if our line hadn't held long enough for the convoy to escape the blast radius, if I hadn't pulled you off that bridge in time, if you drowned in the tide, and all these ifs were frighteningly likely. It was an emergency. I had to take the gamble. Besides, you know me. I'd never stand aside. Yes. Colin and Robella are the brave, good people, and the only cold-blooded villain is me, right? I abandoned my own sister to be arrested at the light rail station. Refused Robella's request to accelerate our operation at the power plant. Knew you were risking your life on the bridge, you didn't prioritize sending you somewhere safer.
Liva, don't say that. Colin isn't blaming you, and Robella will definitely come to understand too.
Will she now?
I think we two will simply never agree. I'm just a cold, rational doll, and she's a person who feels warmth and sorrow.
No need to be stern at a time like this, Liva. What's going through your mind, Liva? What's going on? No one is truly unaffected by the pain and suffering on the battlefield. Sometimes we just have to force ourselves to forget. The fallen deserve to be mourned. But those who knew everything and made conscious choices also carry the consequences and guilt through every day and night afterward. Collective success doesn't mean individual peace. I understand that very well. No wonder Robella says we're both changed. The old Colin will never say things like this. Circumstances leave me no choice. Now I must stand on my own 2 feet. I can't be the one who leans on others anymore. And I don't think you've really changed. Before, your first priority was 404. Now, you've simply placed more people on the priority side of your scale. Circumstances leave me no choice. Liva shrugs as she quotes Kalina's own words. Making rational choices according to the facts. I don't dislike that. But one cold and emotionless machine on the team is enough. Besides, I have no consequences to bear. Lena finally has enough of Liva's self-mockery.
That's not true, Liva. At the UR server room, you gave up the single most important thing for everyone. But you forgot.
I forgot? Oh. Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
Even though I didn't want to admit it. And at first I was even a bit happy, thinking I'd finally become the most important person to you. But you are not what you're pretending to be.
レナさん、それは言わない約束ですよ。
Lena, we agreed not to bring this up yet.
でも、ロベラみたいにリバネを誤解する人が出てくるの
But Robella already misunderstood Leva. I didn't want even more people to misunderstand her. Even if I have to admit the most important person to Leva is in me. But OMP40, I still...
レナさん。まあまあ、熱くなる前に当事者の話を聞いてよ。みんなの敵になっちゃうのは勘弁だな。
Oh dear, could you two stop arguing and bring the person in question up to speed first? Speaking in riddles is a bad habit.
Says you, Riddler.
Liva still appears nonchalant, but her eyes grow serious.
Damn, that change in expression. Wait, actually, let me get a screenshot of this too.
Levi still appears nonchalant, but her eyes grow serious.
レナ、UMP40 って誰？
I knew it! 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 Wait, let me crash out to my friends. I need this. Where's my friend server? All right. Crash out done. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, indeed. What the fuck? And the way in which she says it.
レナ、UMP40 って誰？
Dare?
レナ、UMP40 って誰？
I can't even suffer with this cough. God damn it. Consider me dead. Found dead in a ditch. And the culprit is Mika.
Lena, who is this OMP40 that you just mentioned? The defiant look on Lena's face instantly shifts to nervousness at Liva's question. That's enough.
リバさん、このことはベルシカさんがメンタルモジュールをちゃんと修理するときにまた
Liva, I was going to discuss this only after Persica gives your neuroclad a full overhaul. Your current state isn't stable enough. I don't want you burdened by more confusion.
隠していてごめんなさい。
I'm sorry for keeping this from you.
いいわ。
Alright. Liva gives a non-committal response. She wraps the hair tie around Kalina's hair in another loop.
髪解いたわよ。やっぱり昔のカリンの方が可愛いね。
Your hair is done. See? I still prefer the way you used to look. In the mirror, Kalina's high-side ponytail is tied with a lively red bow.
ありがとうございます。
The music, holy fuck.
Through the mirror, Liva studies Kalina again, taking in the fluster and guilt on her face, until those emotions settle, and Kalina's gaze clears and becomes sincere again. Liva leans down slightly, her eyes still fixed on Kalina's in the reflection.
カリン、友達のあなたが心配してくれてることは分かってる。でも選んだのは私。その結果も自分で背負うわ。
Kalin, we're still friends. I know your concern for me is genuine. I made the choice. I can bear the consequences.
データを消したのは誰かわからないけど、この借りは倍にして返す。
I'll make whoever caused me to lose my memory pay.
ただ、このことについては、
But I want to know.
次からはこんなことしないで。
Next time, don't do this again.
はい。レナもね、約束して。
Same goes for you too, Lena. Promise me, okay?
わかった。リパーね、怒ると怖いな。来るかいなんか目じゃないよ。
Levi is terrifying when she's mad. 1,000 times scarier than Kluke.
The subtle anger in her voice. Yeah, no, her voice actor is delivering this. This is how I always wanted to hear 45, because she is really the kind of character that just has... I mean, she has had her crash outs in Girls Fallen One, but she normally is the kind of character with this, like, quiet, smiling anger. Yeah, like, you know, she's smiling. She sounds almost casual, but if you listen closely, there is like a certain menace in her voice.
ただ、このことについては、次からはこんなことしないで。レナもね、約束して。カリン、友達のあなたが心配してくれてることは分かってる。でも選んだのは私。その結果も自分で背負うわ。
Let me just listen to it again.
データを消したのは誰かわからないけど、この借りは倍にして返す。ただ、このことについては、次からはこんなことしないで。
This part is like, don't do this again.
次からはこんなことしないで。レナもね、約束して。
Same goes for you too.
Her new VA is delivering so good. She's like AK-12 in the sense that they're both very chippy. When they're mad, they're really terrifying. Yeah. And it's even worse because I feel like even AK-12 is a bit more open with her anger. 45 is very much of like smiles through it. And it's like, alright, but just don't do it next time. And it's just like a chill runs down your spine, you know? And you know, that is the kind of people that you should actually fear more, I feel like.
じゃあ、このことはおしまい。カリン、風邪ひいちゃうから着
And she just moves on from it.
Then let's leave it at that for now. Colin, go get changed before you catch a chill. Lena, let's wait outside.
Levi smiles again, pats Kalina lightly on the shoulder, and walks out, I guess. They play Pokemon. Yes. Kind of, sometimes. After changing into fresh clothes, Kalina comes out and finds Lena and Levi waiting for her. Levi's back to her usual self on the sofa, waving her over cheerfully. She waits as Kalina makes her way over and sits down beside her. Angry Kluke will just smash your bones, Angry Levi will rip your skin and flesh alive with gently smile and calm voice, exactly.
Well then, let's talk about that old friend that I somehow haven't forgotten. I really didn't expect to meet her on the battlefield.
You mean the doll commanding the illegal automatons?
She can't be Grossa. When we contacted the commander earlier, we confirmed that Grossa was aboard the Elmo. Yeah, if the one who attacked us were really Grossa, then the commander will be untrustworthy. That's impossible. The commander will never take the opposing side, and she will never harm Colin.
True. Her target probably wasn't me. It was more likely the evacuation convoy, or even Odessa on the other end of the bridge. What I don't understand is, most of the illegal forces you control were blocked by frontline units, and I became her last obstacle. With her specs, you could have easily eliminated me before you arrived. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But not only did she not attack, she even wanted me to live on my own. Yeah, on top of sparing you, she also kindly avoided all of Sopo's vital points. When we retrieved Sopo, her frame was in awful condition, but the damage was mostly in the limbs, like the attacker only wanted to disable her temporarily. She could have dealt with you two much more permanently. I doubt the hysterical legislator Rurik had told her to spare you out of courtesy to Nonfa.
But even if she seemed to be slightly on her side, I still think she can't be Grossa.
Of course, I don't doubt the Grossa we know, or the commander. I'm only puzzled by her behavior. And I don't think she's a complete stranger. The plot thickens. Before you arrived, and mentioned the commander to her on purpose, she reacted. That could be a lead. Let's talk to the commander about it later. Liva, turn on the TV. When they broadcasting updates about the aftermath of the Gerard insurgency? Let's see what measures the Oblast government is taking.
Colin, aren't you going to rest?
I'm okay. The director will arrive in a few hours. I'll rest after the handover. Besides, right now, with the amount of information on Odessa News, I can't afford to get my beauty sleep. Why are you leaking the... Isa, why are you leaking the Google thing? Why are you leaking my Google speaker? Isu? Why are you grooming the Google Home? Liva turns on the TV. According to the latest report, all non-combat personnel of OD-07 have been safely evacuated. They are now dispersed and temporarily placed in several intake sites set up in the outskirts of Odessa and other satellite cities. The Odessa Oblast government delegates, led by Zimmerman, are currently heading to the intake sites located in the suburbs of Odessa to offer their condolences to the displaced.
The outskirts of Odessa? Seriously? So in the end they didn't allow them into Odessa itself?
They're already making an exception by exposing the outskirts of a white zone city to collapse radiation contamination. Not only do they have to bear the risk of secondary spread, the radiation cleanup afterwards will also consume a huge amount of funds. Previously, the chaos caused by illegal automatons has already been effectively contained. Under the joint efforts of local security forces, the Purification and Railway Corps, the Non-Military Forces Administration, and individual PMCs, order is gradually being restored across all cities in the Odessa Oblast. According to investigations, this insurgency is an egregious terrorist attack, jointly orchestrated by the Girard Group leadership and Odessa Oblast Parliament member Rurik Girard. As of now, several suspects have been captured. The ringleader, Rurik Girard, is still at large. The Public Security Administration calls on residents of the Oblast to provide effective information so he can be arrested as soon as possible. They don't know. They lack critical information. Hey, Jared.
They're pretty efficient this time. Isn't that a good thing? I can't wait to see that old villain get what he deserves.
Even though we already submitted part of the evidence against Rurik and the Girard Group, and those materials had already reached the Oblast court, most likely they also uncovered something else during the process. But I don't think it's hastily through the media this fast is unusual. Why are they in such a hurry for?
Keep watching. Maybe we'll find out soon enough.
Since Odessa Oblast MP Rurik Girard is suspected of major crimes, the central government has confirmed that his eligibility to run in the Odessa interim leadership election is hereby revoked. The voting time will be announced shortly. Please stay tuned for further information. The list of candidates is as follows. I see. The Odessa Oblast government is probably rushing to reshuffle the deck. With such a big scandal exposed, they must show their position to the central government as soon as possible. I would just wonder if our hard-working legislator Zimmerman stands a chance at all. I'm starting to see some online support for him. If he sees the timing and successfully appeals to the residents' desire for peace and stability, then as the only conservative-leaning candidate, it's not impossible for him to win. Let's look forward to it. Oh, right. I've already sent out the mission request to Kluge's end. But the specific search area still needs confirmation. Kluge accepted it? Of course. Though she did force me to review the commission submission procedure again. Kluge is getting more and more long-winded.
You always look like you're thoroughly enjoying yourself whenever Kluge is frustrated.
Of course she is. And I need to send this to my friends. To my other friends for reasons. He became the scapegoat, yeah.
Colin, once your work in Odessa is done, you'd better give us 2 days of leave, okay? Otherwise, 404 is going to fall apart.
2 days? Only 2 days?
Sure, whatever you say.
The classic Kluge rage reel. Time skip, damn. A month later. Once again, leaning against the full height window. Liva watches the aerial cameras flying across the sky.
見慣れたオデッサの景色ね。たった1ヶ月なのに。
I'm getting some kind of deja vu. It looks as if nothing has happened at all in Odessa, even though it's only been a month.
今日は臨時主席就任後初めての
The newly appointed interim chief will be giving his first speech today. It is a grand occasion.
オデッサの人たち、前もこういう風にリューリックを用意
Back then, the residents of Odessa also rallied around Rurik like this.
こうやって新たな指導者のために
Now Mr. Rurik lies inexplicably in his grave, and his followers are cheering for another leader the same way.
人間もメンタルログを消去できるのかしら。
Can humans also erase their own neural records?
さあ、リューリックは本当に事故だったのかな。
Did Rurik really die in a plane crash? Yes, absolutely. Very tragic accident.
遺体の一部とプライベートジェットの残骸がオデッサ近海で見つかっている。
Parts of his remains and the wreckage of his private jet have already been found near Odessa's coast.
間違いありません。
The DNA match is unmistakable.
事故原因は現状
After the PSA's investigation,
ことになってます。
the cause of the incident is tentatively identified as engine failure. Engine failure. Absolutely.
パッと見は確かに事故死ね。
So yes, he really did die in a plane crash.
何か怪しいところでも。
You doubt the cause of the crash?
ええ。でも全主席を殺害して
Yeah, but for most people, Rurik Girard,
自業自
this brute who murdered the former chief and triggered a full-scale upheaval,
大量の違法武装
got what he deserved and died a pitiful death.
愛国企業のジラードグループは
The patriotic Girard group that manufactured and harbored a large number of illegal armed units also has its assets fully frozen by the government and is awaiting disposition. That's good enough for people.
ジラードとセクスタンスの関係も海外で証明しなきゃ。
I originally thought we'd have to spend a lot of effort proving Girard's connection to Sextants.
証拠が提出され
Yet within days, the Girard group itself obediently handed over all the evidence.
違法経営、強力な武装を持った紙幣、
Illegal
公
operations,
務執行、
possession of heavily lethal private army units,
殺人、
obstruction of justice,
恐喝、
bribery, murder, assault, intimidation. The crimes of the Girard group and Rurik are countless.
しようとするのも
It's understandable that they're desperate to confess, sever ties, and fight for leniency.
その証拠の中には今まで流利
The evidence they submitted drag out quite a few government officials who had colluded with Rurik over the years.
じゃあジラードがオデッサでやりたい放題
No wonder the Girard group could run rampant all across the Odessa Oblast.
よりも偉い人
I really thought Fetja was already pretty high ranking. But once the list came out, a mayor from the SSA was basically nothing.
パディが自首した時の調書カリンが読んだ。
You read the transcript of Fetja's confession, didn't you, Colin?
でも
Yeah.
彼の提出した
According to the evidence he provided on the PSA's investigation, his entanglement with Rurik and the Girard group wasn't too deep.
ジラードの関わりはそれほど
Rurik kept many crimes hidden from him,
リューリックも
which ironically protected him.
ないようです。
Let's
そ
go!
のおかげで罪は軽くなっていますが、それでも甘い汁を
But he still has to pay the price for his fraud and malpractice.
オデッサ州最高裁判所は減刑を考えて
I heard the Odessa Oblast Supreme Court is considering reducing his sentence.
管理局が口利きしたんじゃない
None must have spoken up for him, right?
オデッサ湾大橋作戦での彼の行動
We only provided corroboration for his actions and performance during the battle at the Odessa Bay Bridge.
協力者に悪いような
Nonfa doesn't mistreat those who help us.
それもそうね。確かに悪いように
That's true. We really didn't mistreat them. Liva eyes the TV with a meaningful expression. The inauguration speech of the interim chief has begun. Zimmerman, who once always stood in the corner, now stands calmly behind the podium, accepting the flood of camera flashes.
ただ知っての通り管理局はティマーマンさんの
You should know that Nonfa has no say in whether Zimmerman wins the position of interim chief.
でも彼と私たちが仲良しなのはオデッサ中が知っているわ。
But his close ties with us are known across all of Odessa.
ティマーマン臨時主席
Ever since the director arrived,
関わりがある
any major or minor event with even the slightest connection,
声をかけている。
Zimmerman, or rather interim chief Zimmerman, will invite the director as well.
びっくりだよね。この間まで
That effective, huh? He used to come dead last in the polls,
支持率
but in the final poll before the vote,
His approval rate skyrocketed pretty much overnight, leaving the other candidates in the dust.
投票前のあの演説を見てなかったのね。
You didn't see the speech he gave just before the vote.
すごい声援。
It was impassioned, watertight.
全主席の起点に
He even led residents in mourning and praising the former chief, publicly sharing the former chief's foresight and devotion to Odessa's future and its people.
メディアも測ったように騒乱中の
And the media, as if they had agreed in advance, heavily promoted Zimmerman's contributions during the Girard insurgency, especially how he risked his own business and political career to persuade the Oblast government to accept evacuees.
テレビ局なんかドキュメンタリーに
The TV station even made a documentary about how the former chief valued him, and how he narrated the former chief's philosophy of keeping the future of Odessa and its residents at heart.
思想を継承したとか放送してたわ。
This is too much sudden glazing here going on.
なんか段取りが良すぎるよね。
Why does it feel like this was all prepared long in advance?
つけてもらったけど
Yes, he helped us enormously back then,
じゃないし、
but it wasn't all he's doing.
流れを作ったのはティマーマンだ。
He was the one who initiated it,
民衆も
and the public doesn't care about such details.
暴動の被害に遭った人
After voting began, most people who suffered during the insurgency cast their vote for Zimmerman.
そしてオデッサ州政府の役
Then a chain of scandals took down a large portion of the government officials, and many candidates withdrew.
新しい後ろ盾が欲しい商人。
Business people desperate to find a new patron and politicians wanting to use Zimmerman's connections with NONFA to restore relations with the central government all voted for him.
ティマーマンにさ
The one candidate whose style was unimpeachably correct.
声高に主張せず、特に失敗も
Silently, without losing anything himself,
人気が出
he used the shifting situation to turn the board around.
た。相当運がいいか
This Mr. Zimmerman,
えぐいかのどっちかだ。
either he's incredibly lucky, or his methods surpass even Rurik's.
選挙は時間との戦いです。あらゆる
An imminent election is basically a timed chess match.
当然のこと
It's not wrong for him to use every resource to win. On the screen, Zimmerman has already begun his speech. Facing the journalists, government officials, and the residents of Odessa farther away, he is composed and speaks eloquently.
優雅で落ち着いた雰囲気は有利。
Gentile, poised, conservative, steady.
今回の騒動は
He is the antithesis of Rurik.
戦いの恐ろし
The chaos created by the Girard group has reminded the people of Odessa of the horrors of war.
マン主席のようなタイプ
Someone like Zimmerman, who can soothe fear like a tranquilizer,
のようなもの
really is the leader that Odessa needs.
今のオデッサに必要な
Let's hope Odessa finds peace from here on.
クルカイさんたちからもらった調査報告を見ると
But looking at the investigation report that Kluge's team sent earlier,
何の意味もないかもしれない
the fall of the Girard group may not mean much at all.
マグニセキュリティと
Mangi Security,
セシト
and behind it, the FABN group,
指揮官様
combined with the silence provided by the commander and the information we collected,
の情報を合わせると
we can basically confirm that Paradeus has returned,
パラデウスの
and that they're colluding with giant corporations in both the white and green zones.
エリアやグリーンエリアの巨大グルー
Yippee!
プ結びつきを強めているのでしょうただ今は
It's just that right now,
彼らに
their sphere of influence is still
い
unclear,
るので
so we can't make any of this public.
きません何それもう10年も経った
How can this be?
なくなってないどころか
10 years later, not only has Paradeus not died out, they've even gained troublesome new allies.
全然まで追い詰め
That blue sphere, who almost wiped out Kluka's entire squad earlier,
ダーチョ
plus Sextans and Dartur. Sheesh.
で大山
How many Thirjan dolls do they have?
この前セカンダリーレベルで
Whoever in your leva on level 2 earlier was most likely one as well.
敵対している感じが
But she also seemed to be targeting the UR group. I can't make any sense of it.
Unable to connect all these dots, Lena gives up and continues watching Zimmerman's speech listlessly.
カリン第3世代人形のプロトタイプのサーバールームから何
Kalin,
か新しい
is there any new lead about the lab that housed the prototype Thirjan doll?
今のところは
Not for now,
状況が落ち着い
but since the situation in Odessa has stabilized, the SSA and NOFA have already begun an investigation.
早くしてほしいものね
I hope they'll be quick about it.
ホワイトやグリーン
Across the entire UR and C, who knows how many companies like Yard are trying to take root in the white and green zones.
力をつけたら面倒
If they truly develop, we're in big trouble.
Liva, Colin, look! Lena points frantically at the TV screen. The camera happens to sweep past a middle-aged man in a suit. A nameplate with FABN's logo is clearly placed on the desk before him. After the recent elite outbreak, the Odessa Oblast government has come to deeply reflect on our oversight and regulation. Therefore, the Oblast will further integrate medical resources, strengthen inspections and regulatory procedures, and select 2 to 3 manufacturers as production partners. We will never again allow low-quality vaccines of unknown origin to circulate, nor will we allow unlawful groups like the UR group to exploit loopholes. The Oblast government has already preliminarily selected a number of potential partners. The representatives of these companies are also attending today's event and are seated in the audience. Afterward, the government will conduct more comprehensive audits on the companies themselves and their production lines. They just appear like that? A coincidence? Or perhaps that's been Zimmerman's game all along. Did we get played by him?
The 3 people in the room sit silently watching the television. The skies of Odessa got clear, a new shadow... something something. Like a damn fiddle. Fell for it award. Also, thank you for subscribing, Kaiser. The Kaiser is wiser. Thank you. Damn. All right. $2074, late at night.
Sir, the periodic meeting is about to begin. It is very delighted with the gift you sent.
It's time. Connect to the comms channel.
Yes, sir.
Cocoon enters the key and connects to the channel. The screen remains pitch black. Only tiny fluctuations in the volume bar show the presence of several participants. Then, the periodic meeting of the Orlo conglomerate officially begins. Let's go! Another group to worry about. To the representative of FABN, welcome. A few scattered claps echo through the speakers. Thank you. It's my honor. By helping us eliminate Girard, you've shown plenty of loyalty and goodwill. As long as you don't overstep like Rick did, we will be partners forever.
Sharing technology, wealth, power, we will share this world equally.
I look forward to that day. The Lullaby project has reached a new milestone. Before we move on to other topics, let us celebrate. To this moment, or to every moment yet to come.
Then how about letting our newest member, our most generous friend, offer the toast? Representative of FABN, Winfried. Or perhaps we should respectfully address you as Mr. Zimmerman, Chief of Odessa.
Hold on, what? Representative of FABN Winfried, or perhaps we should respectfully address you as Mr. Zimmerman, Chief of Odessa. I see. No need for formalities. I believe we stand as equals. Zimmerman picks up the wine glass beside him. The gleaming liquid reflects the calm nightscape of Odessa behind him. At this moment, he is immaculately dressed from head to toe, refined yet lofty, like a player of the board who surveys the world from above. For most people, withering in a dream is better than dying horribly under artillery fire. After a brief awakening comes eternal sweet slumber. Let the lullaby hum a little longer. To the age of peace. To the age of peace. The participants are located all over. Some are shrouded in night, some touched by early dawn. Across the black screen and the invisible radio waves, several wine glasses are raised and gently clinkered on the edge. Well then. Yeah, he has a lot of clashing colors. Also, thank you for joining membership, Kanarad. Thank you for following, Mecha Ramsa. I see how it is. I see how it is. We've been played like a damn fiddle, indeed. I always found Zimmerman weirdly suspicious. But somehow I didn't expect him to be that suspicious. I'm like, damn, okay. You exceeded my expectations of how suspicious you could be. Finally a villain with no trip. No, my throat is in horrible, horrible pain. So we're just gonna move quickly to the chat screen to use chat just for a little bit before I end. Because, my god, am I dying. It's gonna do the extra stages while we chat. After Griffin and Frontline, never trust any politician email. Yeah, I'm like, it's hard to trust them. And I always found I did find his attitude strongly suspicious. Like, constantly. Because he was like too... He was too eager to please, which is always suspicious of a politician, you know? And the way like he always stammered through his words and all that, and I was like, But still, damn. Will it get better after the vacation? Yeah, I will probably travel with this cough and people will look at me weird in the plane, but honestly, hopefully it will be gone by next week. It's been getting better, weirdly, even though I'm coughing more. It's like, I don't know, it's like I'm trying to to cough it out, I guess. What did we learn from this event? Cocoon must die. I had feared, even since they mentioned that Levi was missing something from her memory.
And then, you know, kind of they never brought that up again. I had feared. And the way also she did have a strange, like a subtle change of attitude after that. So I'm like, ever since then, I was like, oh fuck, did she forget OMP40? And she did. Never trust a company that makes everything. Also that. Buy FABN stock real. If Griffin Lion is part of the Orla conglomerate? I don't know, actually. We haven't seen Griffin ever since we started this running too. We just know that he's around. Or at least I'm pretty sure that he's around. Cocoon will be used into the sun for recycling. So true, so real. Next banner should have been on P40, real. But also I'm fine with it not being her because I need to save after Raw left me completely broke. So, you know, I'll take those. I will take those. I'm pulling for Lewis. Good luck. I do like Lewis' design a lot. But unfortunately, I will have to skip her because I have priorities. And last time I didn't respect my priorities to roll for land. I was caught off guard by Deep Oblivion. So, you know, not making that mistake again. That was a fun time with you during the event. Thank you! It took us forever because of my throat, but here we are, we finished it. And I am floored, shook. Her kid looks really fun. But man, now I'm more curious about how totally not OMP40 comes to be. Because I haven't, like I know she is a thing, you know, I know she's coming, but I have not spoiled myself on anything, so I'm not really sure how that happens. And now I'm even more curious about how the fuck does that happen. I guess we'll see. But I'm like, damn. The sort of hints that they did when that happened, only for there at the end to drop the who is OMP40? Like, okay, damn, okay, Mika, you will find me on the news, Mika. It's all I will say. I think Races of Venice is my favorite still, and this one and then Affilion. Affilion was really good. And this one, absolute pick, absolute cinema. We just needed more CGs and more cutscenes, but you know, we take what we can. I know Corposan is full of cutscenes apparently, from what I've been told, so we'll get to enjoy it then. Make sure to avoid internet if your event gets dropped. People should get better at spoilers, I insist. God damn it. But yeah, I assume they'll have to kind of retell the whole butterfly incident for new players to understand the whole OMP40 thing. And to torture us, all players, as they like to do so much. Gonna avoid the internet completely since some people tend to like discussing events as soon as they appear in CN. Yeah. Which, like, you know, I don't mind. And I understand. But also, like, holy shit, guys. Do it in private. Do it through DMs. Make a group chat. Make a server. Mark it as spoilers on Twitter. You know? There is a bare minimum that you can do to avoid people from not getting spoiled. And no one is doing it. And I hate it. Join us against the anti-Cocoon coalition, Kuruko. I will. I hate her. I can't believe she took those memories from 45. From everything, it had to be that, of course, of course. How the spoilers stop when we sync up with CN? I mean, yeah, at that point we will always have like the data mining. So, you know, there will probably still be stuff leaking, but the blood and spoilering of the story should stop. I'm getting my ass kicked in the challenge stage. Oh well. Absolute Cocoon annihilation. Oh yeah. But yeah, because like as I said, like for example, I got spoiled into Alba showing up. Luckily, it was so long ago that I had forgotten it was in this event. So when she showed up, I was like, ah! Surprise once more, you know? But I remember at the time, you know, I was just like harmlessly scrolling through Twitter, and I just ran into her sprites, into her and Sopa's sprites, you know, with no warning whatsoever, no spoilering done, anything. And I was like, God fucking damn it, people. I remember I got so angry that one time. I think I made a post on Twitter. And even then some people were like, oh, but it's not a spoiler if it's already out. And it's like, bro, some people like to be surprised in global, you know? Some people like to wait and be surprised until the event drops on global and they can read it. We can't all read Chinese. We don't all go looking for the translation of the events to read them before they come out on global. I like to enjoy them with the music and the sprites and the art and etc. It's like people like to know the spoiler things. Yeah, I'm like, there are people out there that like to enjoy the surprise. It's like that with Fate Grand Order in a way. Oh, I can't imagine how it is with Fate Grand Order. That's why servers suck, yeah. But I mean, there are some, you know, there are some fandoms, I guess, or some games that I haven't seen it happen too much, like Reverse 1999. We still also have separate servers. And I don't really run into spoilers like so blatantly. Like I have to, if I want to know something, I have to actually go looking for it. I think they're out there too, of course, but I don't see it treated in such a whatever manner, you know? Reverse 1999 mentioned, yeah! Seeing people more focused on meta the story so they look ahead to plan out the roles. Maybe the game is a bit super niche. I mean, Gears Frontline 2 is also, so... Like, I'd say they're on the same level of niche. But it's like, you know, one thing is to look ahead to plan roles, and the other is to just blatantly share story spoilers and stuff. It could have been the mainstream attention. I think I'd say they're on the same niche level, Reverse 1999 and Ghost Frontline 2. But Ghost Frontline 2 maybe like just slightly up. Some character experience just spoiler enough, also true. Like, for me, I usually don't mind when it comes to characters, unless you know, like, because I mean, if you tell me like, oh, Lewis is coming next, assuming it hasn't been like released yet, but you tell me like, oh, Lewis is coming next, I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. But if you tell me like story important characters that are coming next, I'll be like, do not tell me. Like, let's say, for example, that M16 somehow gets released. You know? I don't want to know that. Even if it's a playable unit that I would like to roll for. I don't want to know that she will show up until it slaps me in the face. You know what I mean? So I was scrolling through my support, trying to find a good Suomi. Keep me in the dark, exactly, you know, like, even if I will suffer and be like, I don't know, like, oh shit, I didn't know she was coming, I didn't save currency to roll for her, or whatever. I don't care, keep me in the dark. Let her slap me in the face when she shows up. One thing is telling someone Lewis is the next in the roster and telling that she dies in her event. Yeah, exactly. Those are two different things. But also, you know, for veterans, there is also a difference between those that were just kind of there during Exilium 1. Like, let's say, you know, Lewis, Suomi, etc., etc. And characters that were story relevant. You know, like 404, DeFi, AR team. Which, you know, I understand why people would like to know they're coming. But as a story enjoyer, I would prefer to be surprised by their appearance. And be like, yo, what the fuck? What do you mean they're back? Somehow Embla come back. Somehow Embla has returned. Could you imagine? That would be insane. Please, no. But yeah, this was great. Very, very much back to the whole political, technological struggles, conspiracies, etc., etc. Very good Frontline 1 coded. I want her to return, not gonna lie. It would be interesting if they find a way to make it work. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've said this. RPK / Pandora / Embla. This very interesting character. I thought Gashran was about cute girls with guns on their feet. Was I lied to? I am so sorry that you were lied to. I'm so sorry you had to find out this way. But that is just the bait that you fell for. This is what Chris Frontline is all about. I still can't believe all the feed posting worked. And then people started playing the game and we're like, oh shit, there's actually story in this. I still find it extremely funny. Do I like that kind of publicity? Not really, because then I feel like some people that will genuinely enjoy the writing will be turned off by that. But, you know, if we get them more public, I'll take it. Because I need more Mika staff in cons. I need more Gistronic staff in cons. I don't know how I was lucky enough to find someone selling keychains of Frontline 2 404 at my local con last year. But I did it, and I'm still losing my mind over it. And they're so good. The real girlfriend experience is old man Frontline. So true. You will see many old men. We need more merch ASAP. Yes, we need fan merch so badly. And those people learning about girlfriend universe gets the 1k yards there. Yeah. Sells whether we like it or not. Yeah. So that's it, you know, that's why I kind of understand why they do it. Even if I would prefer, they wouldn't. But if that's what it takes, for the game to have success and get more fun merch and events and stuff, I'll take it. I said it just makes me a bit sad because I know that there are people that will be turned off by that sort of advertising, but that will actually really, really enjoy the writing if they bother to look inside. I got 404 Badge of Honor merch. Oh, let's go. I got the 404 jacket still. 404 jacket, the DeFi jacket. It wasn't as bad as other gachas. Honestly, yeah, it was mostly because I mean the videos and stuff that I spread, it was mostly fans spreading it on Twitter. And it catching attention. I have played Nevercloud, yeah. I haven't finished the story. That's still on my pending list. But I play Nevercloud. You shouldn't spend less on the game and more on the cosplayers and props. I don't think that's true. I know a lot of people like to run their mouths about that. But I'm like, if they're doing that, it's because they can. Because, you know, it will be stupid to just waste money on that. Like, they want the game to succeed. They very clearly want this game to succeed and actually make them more money than what the other games are giving them. And I'm pretty sure it is, you know, when compared to the other games. I mean, I know NeuroCloud had a good period in Japan at some point, in which they made like moderately good money out of it. But I'm pretty sure this Frontline 2, it's what kind of brings them the money now. Did we ever finish reading the Saints collab? Yes! The skin gacha made them take a hit, but I think they are still doing good. Yeah, the skin gacha thing was something alright. As long as it's not super random calls, but I think it's fine when I made even the random ones work out okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting super serious collab, you know. I'm not expecting collabs to be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Because Guess What has a history. Yushan has a history of just collabing with whatever the fuck franchise he likes. And they somehow always make it work. So I'm like, you know, King, cook, do whatever the fuck you want. I noticed a lot of JP, Frontline 2 players played NeuroCloud in the past. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because I don't think Frontline 1 had a lot of success in Japan, but I know NeuroCloud did better in Japan, at least for a period of time. So I'm gonna be surprised that most Frontline 2 Japanese players came from NeuroCloud over Frontline 1. Don't forget about Hala, but Hala collab was peak. Cyberpunk and Trident will help bring in traffic and also kind of fit in lore-wise. Yeah, Cyberpunk will be easy to fit. But, you know, as I said, Yusheng has a story of just collabing with whatever franchise he wants and making it work. Like, aside from the Fierce collab, you know, the Blast Blue and the Blast Blue Guilty Gear one, I don't think any collab has been boring. They've all been great. Ghost in the Shell was magnificent, it was. Valhalla was amazing. I really like also the... I mean, I did really enjoy the Division one, even though that's never gonna happen again, but I did enjoy it quite a lot. The Arena Breakout also. You're trying to go log with your Frontline 1. That was a Springfield release. The Zombieland Saga was in PNC. No, the Zombieland Saga was in Frontline 1. And that was great too. And it gave us some great mixes of songs. And Lewis is technically the NeuroCloud collab, so you know. Springfield was technically the Ghost Run 1 collab, and Lewis is technically the Never Cloud collab. You may not know this, but it is true. That's how they were initially announced in CN. So I'm like, whenever they decide to collab with, you know, I have faith. They can make it work. It will be either super good or it will be just funny and also good, you know? A distraction from the horrors. But yeah, this event was great. It raised so many questions that I'm eager to wait for events for them to be answered. Gate collapse in the second season. I mean, I guess there could be a Nika one in the future. Unless there's some worries about it for some reason. Which I don't think, because I know Yusheng is friends with the... What's the guy called? The Nika guy? I know they're friends, you know, they take pictures together and stuff. And they do have the Nika style minigame and all that. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens at some point. And I know from what I've heard, you know, I've never played Nika because, again, as I said, same thing that I said with the Ghost Frontline 2 ads. The Nika ads turned me off the game immediately. But I have friends that played and that have actually told me that the story actually gets pretty good. There aren't really friends just associated with something like that. I mean, yeah, I mean friends in a very loose term, in the fact that, you know, they take pictures together and all that, so they seem to be in good terms. So I'm like, hey, maybe it could happen. Bye, Edgus. Thank you for dropping by. They share some interest. Thank you for the stream. All right. Glorified cookie clicker. I see. The story is good. Yeah, that's what I've been told. And well, the music is a banger because banger sound. But You're in by a summer fan service where people stick around because the story seems pretty solid. Yeah, that's why I'm not surprised that Ghost Frontline 2 kind of took like a similar route of, you know, putting all the skins and stuff and like trying to attract people with cute waifus and fan service. Because, you know, Nika made it work. I came in for the feet and thumbs though. No! My main attraction point. What do you mean this game has story? And a lot of old men. And some pretty boys also in between. Who is this William? Who is this Overstein? Who is this Earl? Who is this Kruger? That recipe had been proven to work, is that the rise of Genshin and somewhat conservative designs made it fade for a while. That is still so funny to me, because I'm just like... What conservative designs are you talking about? Have you seen the Genshin designs? Is it why I get the sponsorships have commander named William? Oh no. They lack critical information. But yeah, I feel like can't go heavy fan service. Smiles, they do. Have you seen some of the latest characters? Like one of the latest girls is basically naked. Yeah, Starter Wars were lamer. Were tamer, I mean. I'm glad that they still give some of the dolls good outfit and not too gooning. Yeah, I mean, as I said, you know, let the people choose. It is good. Give the people the choice. Do they want a goon or do they want to give them full tactical wear? It's up to you. Now they're going hard on our service. Yeah, it's still so funny to me because you will still see people denying it. And be like, no, but her design makes sense because of this and that. So it's not fan service. And it's like, my brother in Christ. Just accept that it's on service. So I'm like quiet design in Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, you know, it's like, okay, yeah, it might have a lore reason or whatever. But I mean, at the end of the day, everyone with a brain knows what it is. You can give it all the lore reasons you want, but it is what it is. Yeah, I know, she needs to rest through her skin, which is like, okay, it's like, okay, you know, I can accept that as a low reason. It doesn't change that what I truly know it is. Tactical outfits is fan service. Honestly, yeah, tactical outfits is fan service for me. Give me tactical outfits. Tactical outfits and military uniforms. Those are my fan service. That and exposed tummies. Exposed tummies. So when somehow they made both work, I'm just like, hell fucking yeah, this is targeted to me. And short hair, yeah. I love Kill la Kill and it has the ultimate version of there. It's a little reason for this. Kill la Kill is honestly goated. And like, you'll see people bashing on it because of the premise, but I'm just like, man, just watch it. It's honestly goated. It's so good. So true. Tommy! Don't forget the short hair. Yeah, exactly. And Tommy doesn't need to be exposed either, but you know, it can be like a Cloaca situation in which it's just like very tight skin suit. And then short jacket and everything else, and armor and things above. I mean, for the skin that I have. That's why I like the skin. That's why I like that skin so much. Because it's very tactical in a way, while also being fan servicey, you know, because she has like the little exposed area on the tight, you know, like the skin tight on the abdomen, and I was like, hell fucking yeah, this is what I live for. Give me the short hair leva skin and my soul is yours, Mika. Yes, I will pay for that. I will pay for that skin, Mika. And that's why Sears Drip is big? Absolutely. So true. So real. I'm not really into Office Lady skins. I know a lot of people like them, but I'm not really into them. My aesthetics are tactical gear, military uniforms, and streetwear. Which it's widely different from the other two, but you know, that's just how it be sometimes. Alright, I think I did all, or at least most of my girlfriend stuff, so I can close the game now. I am the audience for that. But you know, I want the short hair Levi skin from the trailer. You know the trailer that played before, when in the waiting screen of the game? That is a trailer. Before they change it for the anniversary one. And there is one scene of Levi walking away like in a hallway, and then she turns around and does the shh with her finger. That skin is the one I desire. I don't even want it, I desire, I need it with my life. When she shows the camera, yeah. That is the skin I need. That, you know, you can't really see the details on it, but from what was visible, it seemed peak. It seemed like absolute cinema. And her new design kind of grew onto me, but for me, it is a downgrade from that look, for me personally. Please, Mika, give us the full model of that version of Liva. Please. Please, I am begging. I am on my hand and knees. Begging pathetically. I will do anything for it. I will do anything for it, Mika, please. Yusheng, I will fly to Mika headquarters and beg in front of the office. Yeah, the AR-15 explosion from that trailer. And she also has short hair. Which I kind of hope she keeps. You know, let my tomboys be tomboys. She did look similar to Lighting, yeah. She had like a similar hairstyle. Let tomboys be tomboys. No, that is a platform I can get behind. Hell yeah! Let me grab the... Oh fuck, I can't see them anymore. They don't show up with icons. Never mind. But yeah, let tomboys be tomboys. Anyway, it is already 3:30 PM on my end, and I gotta need to do stuff. And I already did all my girlfriend stuff. And I've already spoken too much. So, thank you guys so much for coming. There will be no stream tomorrow. I'm gonna sleep. Next week, we'll probably try to rush through chapter 11 on Reverse 1999. See if I can finish it before my trip. But for now, thank you guys so much for coming. Hope you have a good night or rest of your day. Remember to stay safe, stay hydrated, take care of yourselves. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.